but they were playing against Vitality.
And with that music, we know the time has come to make this best of 3 go live, to have Bait and FUT face off with an elimination guillotine looming overhead. Somebody's got to put themselves on the chopping block or just fight all day long to not let it happen. FUT to the T side of the Dust2. Bait on the defense to try to start this off. Last time they played on Dust2, FUT win 13-8 back in March.
Chad had mentioned that it feels like a tournament that has so many lopsided halves in it in comparison to what they've seen recently. And then, B-Trams went and investigated, and compared to Cologne, it's like 2 times as many. It's like 13% to 24%, something like that, in terms of how many lopsided starts there were. And that's why pistols have been so important, because the comebacks have been real.
First kills, Sizzy's. Pit player's been found out. Demon's got a double. 2 good Glock headshots to unravel that one. NPL wins the clean duel towards Cat. Demon gets popped by Alex. And right now it doesn't feel like anybody's wasting bullets. These are clean kills to commence at a 2v2 for a critical pistol on a very important day. Oh, another tap. Another headshot. I mean, this is everybody on point. Down to the 1v1.
I mean, Lonks cannot turn down this plant at this point.
Jumping Beretta's ambitious. Ascenthiel just trying to find the duel on his timing. Now finally some missed shots, nerves. Woof, all those just instant executions. The longest fight of all is in the final 1v1, and it's the one that gives FUT the pistol.
Yeah, I mean, with the bomb plan as well, that would have been just enough to feel okay about it, but taking out the dualies in the one-on-one is pretty huge. Yeah, it's like from this point on, it was just first bullet, first bullet, first bullet. Buy-up comes through right away. 3 MP9s, 2 pistols, no scouts, no FAMASes, anything like that. Sizzy keeping a little bit of pocket change for his op later. Making the man save for his own op. What happened to support players?
Long gone, Mo. Everybody's the star of the show now.
That's true.
That's the Counter-Strike we play. If you can't bring it to the table, get the hell out of here. I think that's one of the cool things about Kerbeni, like you mentioned, right? No chump. Alex, fully blind, able to just spray down into Demon, who's not going to get a double kill this time. Flashbang doesn't find Sizzy. Did interrupt the Lonks peak, but they'll figure out that Deagle's in the corner. Mac-10 contact, lower tunnel's dead. And NPL's got a gun to scoop up. Just the Mac-10. You'll add that to the 2 MP9s.
You really can't see it. Everyone's hitting shots. Let's see how this goes. I mean, that scout's going to peek up late, it looks like. Oh, okay, never mind. Just in time.
Even the scout's on point. Lonks with the AK barrel to the back of Ascenthiel's head, and that low health of NPL because of the lower tunnel duel.
He's having a start. 5-0 start here for Lonks.
Quick little sequence on the AK-47 here to convert pistol into the 2-0 start.
It's crazy he's on this team with, so much aim. And when we first saw him, it was that Red Bull Flickisa 2021 in Helsinki where he won. It was a 2v2 aim tournament, right? It was 2v2.
Yeah, I think so. Weird format.
Yeah. Yeah, with dematerializations. 1 HP. And everybody coming to find him. He'll go down to the Glock in the end. 2-0 start here for FUT. And smiles on their faces.
I love that we've got a game already that has so much aim on display.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody rolled out of bed today and knew it's now or never. And that's definitely going to kind of light a fire under your ass.
And they get this round by elimination, so a slight investment here from Bait, but none of the saved weapons they would have loved to recycle and try again with. I mean, mid push is completely seen.
Pistol's freed up, though, to push towards top mid. Long's ready for the guys in the backdrop, but how about this Kenzie's up close position? Gets wind of it. Catches the headshot, and they're just going to be happy to sit inside of the tunnels. Kind of earned a bit of a positioning. You hope kills come your way, but for the time being, FUT seeming cautious still.
Yeah, they could just go out for long, to be honest, and Krabeni's going to send himself down mid. Doesn't clear this properly. Sizzy takes him out. I'm not sure that made any sense, to be honest. We'll see if it matters, but unless the comms weren't there. But there was so many spotted all over middle.
Sometimes you just think you can get away with a little. Molotovs to be extra safe now.
That'll be 3 bomb plants in a row for FUT.
Bomb has been planted.
Let's call it what it is. 3 round wins. FUT puncturing through, obviously. We'll see what Bait can rack up in terms of exiting costs.
It's very hard to punish exits on these long plants. They could
Got a
just jump
flash,
across.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe that'll help. Get NPL set up. Get Alex through the doors. We'll see. Little to lose here for Bait, so go ahead, send it. Contrast is FUT's just going to be making a ton of cash and hanging on to it. Even Demon with the exit Mac 10 kill. A little more money in his back pocket. Gets sandwiched between middle and top mid, so there's 1 death at least for your efforts here. But 3-0 unstoppable as we're about to get the first buy round out of Bait.
Man, kicking off a morning game on Dust2 with the aim gods on both sides.
What a pleasure it is.
When will Lonks die? 7-0.
Before or after Krabeni and Jugs get their first kills. This stage of the Major, you don't give a damn if it's you or your teammates as long as you're winning rounds. And so far, FUT do exactly that. 3 rounds straight. Find damage on a Senthiel to kick this gun round off. Smoke fades middle, but nobody's home, and there's not been any cap play whatsoever from Bait this whole round. Content to have these 3 players inside of the B site. They'll lay down another tunnel smoke.
They're playing this one kind of blind. Bait without any middle. But it looks like it's just fine.
Just fine if this execute comes through.
It's 2 teams that know each other. You know, there's going to be moments where reads are actually going to win you more rounds. And they have the B lean.
Split's being put into position, and there's still no resistance to it. We haven't had anybody break the CT smoke, spam the CT smoke, nothing. On top of that, Kenzizor dies, NPL into Senthiel, it's on you. And it's a kill apiece, but with all of FUT ready to just rock through that bomb site into the split, suddenly that lack of mid-pressure from Bait really allows for FUT to come through with the trades effectively.
It's a good util set. I mean, they have the mollies for both positions on backside. They break the smoke open. Anyone in front of tunnels immediately dies. They have the split coming through at the same time. And because, even though there's a stack, because it's blind, you don't know the timings at which people are coming out of mid. No one's like hitting them low on the way up to the mid doors. And so even though you've got this extra player, like they're still a little bit vulnerable. And I think the guy who's playing on the tall box thought, well, if mid's compromised, my teammate's not getting into window to defend it. I can't stay up here forever. I actually do have to push into this. So it was a double-edged sword. I mean,
Terrorists win.
oh, they didn't even blow it open. He just started spamming.
Catch him upside the head and send FUT's first gun round to the wayside, but it's a first gun round that transitions instantly into a second round of rifles. They'll have that going for them at least, but curious to see if they put up any more resistance to the FUT approach.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely push Bait to play for a little bit more info, I assume.
Already at least NPL on the cap play. Waiting for that approach through tunnels. 1 member of FUT remains in suicide. The grenade trajectory is going to let you know he is there. If Sizzy gives a bit of time over, he could pop open the door smoke and try to clip that player. for now, he just sits staring at the smoke. There's the frag damage and the cleanup.
Beautiful.
Just the perfect amount of pressure, the well-timed frag. And now we're going to get a Hail Mary attempt out of FUT to just swarm into the B site. Kenzie's into the car. Essential hangs on to Platt. So far, perfection here from Bait. It is 5 players strong, standing at the end of this one. Their second rifle round, stark contrast. Very active, well-placed util, and everybody survives it.
Yeah, and 2 guys in mid-control, which they just had vacant entirely last round. So just following up on what they've learned, and quickly, this nade tactic, I mean, couldn't have been any better. Such huge damage off the HE was just to blow up the smoke to catch maybe someone jumping up on Xbox. They weren't even pre-aiming the smoke. That works out so well. Sizzy's on the line. There's no flash behind him. He'll throw his molly and get out of there. It's hard to see what the CTs are truly worried about. MPL's now going to start to make his way back. Let's see if he can time another nade. They've been good at landing these. Yeah, that's great.
There comes that mid to B smoke.
Yeah, mid smoke, and MPL responds to it. They're still ready in cat, though.
Flashes over top for FUT. This is going to be a very sudden hit that NPL's got to dive away from. Another great grenade, really racking up chip damage. NPL finds another contact with the frag grenade. So that cache of utility down in CT, good for the opening frag. That's going to be Lonks removed. Heavy hitter for the side of FUT, but it is an undeniable bomb plant. Although a man advantage to try to get the retake going. We've got 9 guys up for this retake.
Now we'll see if FUT actually organized properly, because if they just stay floating, if they think anyone's coming up cat, how are they going to defend against it? If they don't seem to believe it's a cat retake, which is actually correct for now.
They're approaching it at this point. Flashes give way to it. Now Kerbeni's going to realize he's got to reposition. A Septiel quick headshot. And these T's on the brink of getting cleared. It's a nice sweep so far, and everybody dies out. Just enough time to get through. No panic, no cause for concern. Bait put the retake in place from all directions and find 2 rounds back to back.
They, played to see if it was going to be heavy coming in from CT spawn, which it was like a even split. It was 1 guy flashing for another on cat, 2 coming up CT. They had long, but they definitely look kind of vulnerable on all fronts. You can see all just floating out here.
They put a real dent in FUT's T side this time. Scout Tech 9, that's it. Bait's passive start to the gun rounds allowed FUT to get that 4th one, but they've turned that around and look stronger in round 6 and 5.
The Scout. Oh, and the Scout wins.
Of course.
That's Sizzy's op, downed.
Now Tech 9 gets close to the doorway. Lonks 50 HP. This is 2 rounds back to back. He's been eating those nades.
Flash is coming.
Kenzie's hanging on, but we've got a rifler behind him, and on top of it, NPL ready to just rock over top of the catwalk. Triple kill for NPL. They'll mow down the approach of FUT and close this game into a 1-round gap.
Last 3 rounds look excellent here for Bait. Setups are good. They're still playing like their own game.
I don't want to think a lot and overcall each other, and you shouldn't also overthink, Ruben. Just commit to what you feel and let's do it and trust. It will work.
Got a nice calm voice coming in, just to let him know.
It's in the name, bro.
Essentially to relax, yeah.
Coach Coolio. Cemetery just looking to stare down the competition in that. As Coolio, off of that listen-in, which happened pre-game, now has his chance to talk mid-match. And it's all fun and games, apparently, for Sizzy. Major life on the line or not, you still got to be having fun out here. We'll see if he can hang on to that if the pressure really starts to mount again. But right now, you've got a streak of rounds. 3 for Bait. Off of the pause, taking the long spawn, and putting pressure immediately on Alex to have him fall back to the CT cross.
I like how quickly Bait learned their lesson about playing incredibly passive. Every round so far in a row since then has just been taking over mid control.
This round is mid-control and beyond. Kenzizor thinking he could get up into the tunnels. Longs just sat back and waiting. First round, Longs doesn't eat a grenade in the opening moves. So
that smoke, they're going to trust it? Yeah, they will. Oh, man. Actually, Cemetery could have held on to it.
He sees the gap, still decides to reposition. Oh, Ascentio is going to spam through, finish off the 50 health of Longs, and just like that, Bait back with man advantage. Smoke for the cross as Alex plays in front of it. Krebeni's just going to take his timing on this B walkout. Ascentio comes back. Krebeni hits the headshot. This puts everything into question.
It does. I mean, but the thing is, look at all the CTs. They're rotating over. They've lost the sight entirely, but Krebeni is left, so they're not going to commit to B anymore.
Demon walks back out through long.
Krebeni's going to try to make this even worse. And wow, he's made such a good play here. I mean, it's a full commitment to the other side of the map.
Careful though, starts to throw caution to the wind, jumping around, giving audio back over.
They have a smoke. Will they wait for it?
Comes up short.
Great.
Sissy, nice adjustment.
Nice shot.
Goes up into the 2 versus 1. Demon, I mean, doesn't even play the plant, goes for the kill instead, but there's no time for this. He drops in, hoping he'll catch Sizzy in middle. He decides not to go for the bomb plant, throws away the chance at it, as Sizzy just escapes the potential
anyway.
second.
It's a 2v1, so if he plants for Cat, he's going to die.
What about just planting safe?
It was mollied.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it.
That's a great find. This is obviously a little rush, but when you see the time left on the clock, you go, okay.
Battle between the scopes. Sizzy takes damage. No test, no challenge. Incendiary down. Sizzy low. Oh, Krebeni finishes off what he started. He's going to turn this scout into an entry attempt, but the car player, missing the first wave of shots, collects the second headshot. Nice recovery here from Alex as he just taps down Jukes as well.
Oh, he's got more.
On for the ace. AK or M4 goes dry, and it'll be Ascenthiel to finish up. 3 kills still for FUT's efforts up the catwalk, but Alex 666 racks up the 4 kills and puts Bait in the lead.
They played amazing to get these 5 rounds back. I mean, remember, it's a pistol and 2 very clean anti-ecos to start off this game for FUT.
Nice chance at mid damage. Sizzy aggressively up the catwalk.
Benny more than a few times put himself in a position as a playmaker and has actually delivered the kill, the space, and everything. But the punishes on the other side of it from Bait, like they're getting the smoke spam timings, they're blowing things open, they're landing HEs to do damage. Cemetery won't fall off the angle this time when they have that smoke land in the middle of long. No one's peeking the corner. Oh, until now. I feel like they should have realized they got lucky last time that they tried that.
Cemetery is obviously going to be on high alert to not let it happen a second time.
This is a moment where if they get a little lazy, then Sizzy can get a kill, but he knows he's playing super risky. Oh,
Just missed it. Finds it on the second shot.
they're already scaling.
They'll split him from both sides. Kenzizor, fast Xbox climb-ups. Got utility to try to dump on site and make this one uncomfortable, but it's a bomb plant undeniable. Kenzizor chipped at again, met by a smoke. There's a gap on this. They're going to try to just push their way through. Quick jump down to the CT ramp by Kenzie. Ascenthiel still up on that catwalk, tries to play behind the smoke. And they're just looking to catch their duels, but Cemetery's going to be able to just wait for this peak.
They heard him drop. He could have potentially jumped back up, but they got 2 guys on the line.
Cemetery's going to have first contact. Demon could just stay locked in here. Ascenthiel tries to push the retake. Missed op shot. Reopens the threat, but there's just no time. It's just about that bomb popping and seeing who survives. FUT tie this game back up at 5 rounds apiece. After a dry streak of 5 rounds, they'll get one back on the scoreboard.
It's kind of getting to the point where an opening kill wasn't enough because Bait's utility and like a lot of the moves they were making were super proactive that they always have found a way to get back into it. But this is one where now Bait find a second guy from Bait ends up dying. The long take they're looking for, they do it with numbers. And get back on the saddle. Oh, whoa,
Really?
Cemetery. He flicks. That's a position where you couldn't have really even swung that wide. Looking a little bit shaky. That was an insane repeat. But Kerbeni once again making plays.
It's got the bomb right behind.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Miss. Oh, and on top of it, gets
The amount
rough
of
for
kills.
FUT.
They're getting a lot of kills that way.
Sizzy jumps the gun, and that's going to be the pop here for FUT. Looking to be explosive out Cat. Sizzy, great grenade damage. Lonks, though, finding a headshot.
Surely, is he gonna
Sizzy's
pop
waiting
up?
for his chance. It's Jukes, low health. Oh, missed opportunity. Sizzy burning down to 20. A deep peek here from Kerbeni, but he doesn't go for a second chance because now he's got to keep his head low. Both him and Jukes are low. It's Lonks, who's from the beginning been the best player for FUT, was stalled out because of frag grenades for some time. 100 HP, more or less at the moment.
They just flash Kerbeni in CT spawn.
Lonks is anticipating this Cat retake.
Is he going to phase the whole smoke? Because Sizzy's still
Fast
down
through,
here,
Lonks
actually.
beats in front of it, and as Lonks goes through, he's got a second one queued up. Back-to-back headshots out of Lonks, and FUT take the lead back. A 6th round found off the Cat push.
Man, Kerbeni's playstyle is so risky, but he's actually kind of always right about when he's making these aggressive moves. Again, this is a little shaky and a little, honestly, I want to call it silly from Sizzy. He loses the line, to the first flash, still comes back into it, probably should have died. But he's having a bit of a better game than Cemetery is right now.
Shame he won't have that op for the final round of the CT side. To the FAMAS and MP9s go Bait. But at least they remain proactive, just on the limit of top middle, where right now nobody is. FUT went heavy into the tunnels to start this round.
A little bit disconnected, and so Kermeti's going to try to race over here. They don't have that much vision on mid. This is a crazy push because they're both so far up. It's so hard to see exactly where they are. Kerbeni gets caught off, and now it gets a little scary in tunnels. This is a very cool idea out of Bait. Kenzizor already looking to make it worse.
FUT just gonna have to take a deep breath and be brave about this hit. MP9 from Humvee catching the headshot. Demon opens it. NPL just trying to give himself a smoke to play through. Oh, caught out by Cemetery on the edge of that smoke. The headshot connects, so will this flank. Oh, it's a little labored, he gets there. MP9 at that distance, catching Lonks. We go 2v2, the door push instant. Sizzy shows no caution, no concern, and it's worth it. But as the smoke fades, oh, it's an inviting gap on this smoke as it cycles. Insta-kill to Kenzizor, both players low. Sizzy, though, just rips through the doorway for a triple kill and will tie up this half at 6 rounds all.
go Pyramid, but there's no more play. Stewie's won the round. We go to overtime.
Two comparable teams with a lot in common, and both find themselves 6 rounds into this game. It was very good out of the gate for FUT. It was a nice streak of 5 CT round wins out of Bait. And the real edge in this one is just that second clutch by Sizzy. He's got 2 1vXs to his name this game. He's 3-2 in the opening duels. We saw him win the op head-to-head towards Long in that critical round. And, well, now as he transitions over to the attack, we'll see what more he's got in store for us. It's him and NPL with 10 kills each at the top of Bait's scoreboard. But a quick grouping of players inside of the tunnels. This is going to be a test for Jugs and Lonks.
Flash either does everything or nothing. They're
Smoke in the middle. Beretta's ready. He's got the first headshot. Swings wide, lets him go. Jugs from inside window. He's able to drop that bomb. We've got 2 players still up in the tunnels trying to give chase to lower. They're going to get caught out by Cemetery, who slips the net at a just beautiful bait and switch between Cemetery and Krebeni. Poor Bait. They were so desperate to get something, they never saw it coming.
I think Krebeni's my favorite. What about you?
Krebeni's your favorite?
I
like Lonks.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of. They have a lot of pop-off players and everything, but I guess Krebeni being the IGL as well as being able to make so many plays. That's a moment where obviously he just peels away and they have great chemistry to know that they can punish that moment. But he made that "I'm so scared" very believable, didn't he?
There's an R8 on the field.
Okay.
Kenzie Zora at 0-2 in stage 3 of the Cologne Major.
He was using it in another game.
He has whipped out the R8.
And I think it was with Chad and Alex casting, and the question was, what did he not equip?
Oh, on the T side? I feel like you get rid of the Berettas on the T side. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
I'm keeping the P250. I'm keeping the Tech 9. I'm
You
keeping
have to
the
keep
Desert
the Deagle if you never... You still have to keep
Yeah.
it, even if you never use it, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, surely it's the Berettas. That's why you're only allowed to play R8 on the attack. Is he going to shoot the damn thing or what? Yeah.
It takes a while, okay?
Well, that was disappointing.
It's honestly a decent gun. It is. It's pretty strong.
It's pretty decent.
It's just not CS, you know?
I have it equipped.
What do you... So do you not have the dualies on T
I
side?
don't have the Berettas.
That's how you had such a good answer right away. That's funny.
Game recognizes
Logic work,
game.
though. It's good.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's funny.
When all else fails.
I have it equipped. It's hilarious. Ooh, you're going to walk right up Cat into 4 guys? And the CT's the ones who are going to get scared. Yeah, nades coming.
4 guys playing with grenades,
Nades
but they
are-
better be careful because this timing window is fast. CT's going to start bouncing util up, but you've already got T's to challenge. 1 on the ramp. The nades come flying over. Goose is meant to be set ablaze. NPL goes wide, catches Cemetery off guard. NPL with no hesitation here is welcoming the shots through the smoke.
Oh, one
He
more
signs
guy.
up, catches another. It's Lonks who's now slipped the net back the other way. Quick peek over top from Sizzy, and it's the timing there from Bait that really lets NPL just keep on going. You see FUT's protocols come through, the frags, the fire, they're like thinking
Everything.
they're ready, but NPL just never let go of his movement keys, goes as wide as possible, and makes the difference in this one.
Everything was about 1 second late. If the molly lands 1 second earlier, they might not even be able to run through it if it fully spreads. The HE could have stopped them, did tons of damage, but they were just that fast.
Well, that'll have you sitting up straight for your FUT.
Terrorists win.
Just a disregard.
So it's 2 pistols that Bait have to go up against in this map so far. And they played great CS, but I'd still rather be the team that win both pistols. Especially with how close their matchup was last time, how much they play against each other.
Once a month, all year long. Never before at a best of 3 at the Major. Kenzizor slips out. We've got a lot of players here, 4 FUT pushing in, and they will isolate Kenzizor. Kind of gets left out to dry. Meanwhile, NPL makes a move out middle.
Kind of a big moment. Krebenny's got to come in to try to help Jugs.
It's NPL ahead of his timing. Oh, the lineup
so
in the
much
background.
Damage.
That's big. At least you did have NPL there to make his move. So twice now, NPL so forward that FUT kind of get caught off guard by it. We've got Jukes in the back of the B site, but we've also got him kind of struggling this game. Yeah, goes for a shot.
That's
Alex
a site open.
just instantly deletes him. And if you're not going to get NPL out of middle, then you have no chance at this retake. NPL falls back into tunnels instead. Demons on the prowl. Seems to have gotten wind of this. There we go, ready for the duel. Man advantage taken over, and it feels like because of that, the retake's on. You've got a kid on locks, Molotov frag grenade, no flashes to actually get through this doorway.
How good can they read their spots is the question.
Nade goes deep, Ascenthiel plays in front of it. Molotov's not gonna find anybody. They press the rifles in and up against the walls. Wide swing, good kill. They've got Alex isolated, and they're gonna catch him. With time for the defuse, FUT come through with the rifles and make it a one-off round win for Bait, unraveling that NPL mid-setup.
Damn, a 10-second stick. I mean, it's a moment where NPL could even peel back a little bit. He's also, going to be a playmaker for Bait. Some days it's a little bit too aggressive. Today it's kind of perfect, and he knows exactly where the edges of the cards are with FUT. You know, again, it's very familiar competition.
Nice fucking retake, guys. Nice shots, Nikita.
But it was a good retake, and they did just take enough time without panicking.
Yep.
So a second timeout comes in for FUT as they maintain a lead. Again, you could make the argument that Bait have played more good rounds in this game, but FUT have the pistols, and that's what they care about. I was a bit concerned about Cemetery at first, especially with that shaky op duel on long in the first half.
Yeah,
But
and try to not do your solo moves when it's like unnecessary. Like we lost so many rounds again because someone wants extra Molotov, or we are staying for extra seconds and they are spamming us through the smoke. We are speeding up.
we did see a ton of smoke spams. That's a nice frag from Sizzy.
Long side of this one.
Oh, the tag.
Not bad, but Alex lives on.
Another playmaker position here for two different CTs. Will they walk through this? Whoa.
Flash is over. They're coming through. Oh, perfect!
Whoa, he was turning around,
Sizzy's
dropping nades.
flash just nails the timing. Sizzy's coming wide. He's got a second kill to the round. He's got 2 assists to his name. And now Demon. Double kill back. But no bomb possession, no B-site control, and Alex just tucked in over towards those long doors.
Man, they just play so scrappy with smokes up, like the pushes that they are willing to make. And
Gotcha.
So many times they've caught FUT like a little slow because they're throwing utility. This time they're trying to juggle utility and throw it back, which is obviously not the best way to do that inside of middle. But yeah, it's always going to be MPL to make the move. He trusts himself to do it. He knows when FUT are going to have a gap.
Really hasn't been wrong about it yet. He's put himself in some important positions. We get 2 scouts on this one as FUT's economy bottoms out. This is their force buy to try to hang on to the lead. A lead that they've only really held, as you've mentioned, due to pistols. And the second half features 4 rounds back and forth since that pistol victory. FUT are barely holding on to control. They will be found again trying to play with utility. NPL just always ready for the challenge. Sizzy's wallbang kill into the A site really starts to put the pressure on, and no value out of this force buy whatsoever. Your second scout's nearly dead already, and it's just this Demon 5-7 on the side of the map where the bomb is eventually going to make its move.
You know, if you're Coolio, you're just saying, like, listen, at some point, you've got to watch things and assume that they're going to take in-between timings instead of wait for a smoke to come up, play standard. They played contact explodes every round. They try to cheat timings every round. MPL's pushed through smokes multiple times or walked out of a door without. In a lot of these spots, if his position's just being watched, he just dies. So if you're Coolio, like this is the #1 round you want to avoid to get to a standard game plan, then see who's the better team. But if it keeps working and MPL still has ways that he can find reads and ruin your game plan, he can steal your money away like this round. They'll only be able to regret that so many times before this game's over.
Terrorists win.
And this looks like the moment that Bait get to take the lead in the game. 2K apiece on all of FUT. And a fully loaded Bait.
Ooh, missed boost, but so be it. It's USPs. A free round for Bait. It'll be a real statement if Bait win this map. Neither pistol and can start to really clamp down on this second half. We're getting an odd amount of damage for USPs, but now it's 1 kill, 2 kills for Lonks. And the last man left's been spotted. NPL always willing to go the extra mile for the fight. A couple of USP kills. Take what you can get, but you will not stop Bait from securing double digits first.
Now we've seen Bait make a M80 choke in a game. Then we've seen Bait go on to look nervous themselves when it came close. The last time they played against FUT, it was off by 1 round. I mean, you watch the match, Bait definitely had him at some point, but they couldn't make it happen. This is where it needs to be different. They're trying to do the same play versus a 4A stack again. If the CTs get caught off guard again, got no excuse for them.
In transition once more, but Demon able to win the duel at least. It's firm long control with Lonks looking at it. Nade chips away at Alex and Ascenthial. That utility is enough to have Bait reconsider their approach. There, this time you don't get caught entirely off guard. You're able to stuff that first look out of Bait.
You know how I'd put it? They're playing, it feels like overtime CS, which is CS that you play when a team knows everything that you're going to do already. So you come up with ideas that are like, you just know these ones are a little bit scrappier, a little less utility focused, because the utility is the thing they're most accustomed to, and you're going to go and try to find your little risky moves. And I feel like Bait actually put themselves in a spot with all the rounds that they've won now, where they could afford to lose that and say, okay, you finally passed that test. Maybe we'll have to change it up now. But it looks like another B attack is going to ensue. They're spotting middle.
I mean, Jukes, remember,
he got blasted back here last time.
Off the flash, gets himself that second at least. Sizzy to basically the last bullet of that spray before Kenzizor puts the plat kill to rest. And now, it's Krabeni actually between the two that fails to finish off. CTs are nearby. CTs have full health. You'd think this retake, if it even goes down, is going to be made easy, and sure enough, it is. They just jump on top of it. They'll tie this game back up at 10 rounds all, and this time Jukes was called on to deliver, had to find value there, and it's made easier thanks to the teammates' flashbang. His 5th and 6th kills to the 14 deaths he has in a round that, well, will have Bait reconsidering going for these opening antics.
Yeah, we'll see if they do. Because we really haven't seen anything else. This is what has worked really well for them so far. But I think the moment that they lost a round in the first half, that's when their game plan evolved a little bit. They started to play a lot more proactive and with information back on CT side.
There we go. There's a chance. FUT also signing up for these gambits. Oh, read it like a book. NPL ready for the boost on the side of that smoke. Man, he has been instrumental, but as he walks through, it's held back by Lonks. Him and NPL doing a dance here, exchanging nades, and Cemetery trying to find an angle to catch maybe that fallback. Any way to get this 5v4 equalized. NPL back in. finds another. It's Demon's head taken off this time, and still NPL sitting on 60
Another
HP.
flash.
Battle of the Oppers goes down in middle, and Sizzy gets tagged. Cemetery gives up the line, flashes his way back through as Lonks has now been swept under the rug, and it's Cemetery to continue with this op pressure out middle, dropping bomb top mid.
And Jugs is over in B. Is he going to try to get out of here? Cemetery wants to make something happen right now.
All on his own, but in that moment, NPL, third kill found. Jugs trying to make this happen. 1v4, catches a second,
he got
and a
it!
third. He's got a third of his HP left, but Alex ready to blindside. Just tests through the edge of the smoke and bait back to the lead.
That was a very nice attempt in the end from Jugs, but ultimately it's NPL's 3K after getting spotted, or his teammate dying, or getting the kill in lower on Cat on the boost, then walking up, taking another peek with a flash. Put so much pressure on them when they're walking up to double and to try to flash retake Cat themselves. He got into the middle of it. Close call avoided. And with that goes the money once again, but I mean, there's Jugs buying. I wonder if... What kind of situation are they in here?
It's Coolio's last time out, so they'll figure it out. We had the pistol, the conversion, and 2 one-off round wins on the CT side for FUT. Economy's been on a knife's edge this entire time because of that.
They have to be comfortable playing for overtime and sort of just believing it around with a little bit of utility, a little bit of armor. So it can be a lock-in for Bait if they play their cards right.
Missed timing for Sizzy. NPL, those got the headshots again.
He's on it.
Sizzy comes through smoke to really put the nail in the coffin for this long push. It's what FUT really wanted to make happen with this half buy. Instead, down to 2 in the opening 20 seconds. M4 will be found out as the Senthiel's under pressure, but that's fine. As long as he keeps them distracted, his teammates will take over that A site. And now Jugs just hoping to hang on to this M4 instead. 12th round secured by Bait. They will have 2 map points to try to shut down Dust2. And with the way NPL has been throwing himself at these opening moves, it feels like he could be everything for them throughout this map and be the reason they end this.
Yeah, he's the star of the show right now. They're relying on him. It's so hard to see what a round looks like if he's dead, to be honest. And that gun, they would have loved to keep it. Nice for Bait to get rid of that. Rebuy comes in. Most of the grenades they need. No kit here for the CT side. And a chance for Bait, who lost both pistols, to still close this map.
Sizzy's op's been great. And again, it's just these small adjustments. I feel like he hasn't missed.
No, he's been awesome. I mean, the mid-pick offs and everything.
All while we get this collection of Bait players working their way up catwalk. They're going to catch Grapeni climbing over. Another instant kill from Alex. Another hit from NPL. And this T-side just remains dominant now for Bait. Barring the pistol and the conversion, 2 one-off round wins, all they've been able to muster. Met by utility on the approach. This late lurk from a Senthiel, not even needed, as Sizzy's the one instead to catch it. So you've got NPL's multi-frags left, right, and center, and Sizzy's op takes the edge. Bait victorious in the opening map of this elimination stage 3 game, robbing away FUT's map pick, and barring those pistol victories in both halves, Bait simply better.
So I'd love to know what Grapeni has to say about it, because on the one hand, it could be his responsibility to have everyone operate correctly and be moving at the right time. But also, I saw Grapeni, in terms of the playmaking Grapeni made, a lot less risky than the playmaking NPL made. Lots of impact too. When he needed to go get a kill on the other side of the map, when he needed to push out first or answered to a 4v5. I feel like he was actually someone that they leaned on a ton. So here we go. We got Mirage to potentially end the run for FUT if they're not careful. They've got to sit up straight here. Bait have been stiff competition, showed up ready, don't look nervous. Could easily take this.
And of all the best of threes they've played so far this year, Mirage has never been a part of this head-to-head. Not in 2026. Talked about all the reps these rosters have against one another. This map's different. Ascenthiel will find first blood. This is Bait on the hunt for their first pistol victory in the series. And Ascenthiel's P250 tapping a second out of this is making it feel all the more likely. He's confirmed these other two CT positions. He's trying to get through onto this. Cemetery slowly whittled down between the two, putting pressure on Smoke. Dual Beretta's popped, and Jugs has got 4 players in front of him with the bomb now planted to try to get through, or else Bait have done it. Picking up the first pistol of this series convincingly off of the Ascenthiel 3K P250.
Yeah, good luck with this one. That's I mean, this is actually 3 players left in the site after Krebeni's taken his peek out of Palace. They really wanted it to be A, and yet they still just got worked slowly that entire time by all these careful peeks, and there's not really much of a response in terms of utility because we're talking about a pistol round here. They really needed them to kind of fully commit before they could punish, and they wouldn't get that.
Krebeni still hanging on to the nade, doesn't want to waste it, so underhand drop, and yeah, 4 damage as it comes up a little too far to the right. Now they lose the pistol, but what about winning the force buy? Desert Eagle kill from Krebeni would have made you think it was possible. But the T's have FUT scurrying back away from that mid-engagement, Smoke down to the bottom of connector. NPL has had so many moments where he's just kind of disregarded a smoke, walked through a, and because of that, I feel like you're going to keep FUT on their toes for that reason. Alex goes barreling up the catwalk. Fire on Jugs is going to force his hand. And now Demon doubling back, hoping to catch them off guard. Sizzy clears truck. Doesn't watch apps, but that's okay. His teammates will. And it's Cemetery with 4 players in front of him. Missed scout shot down to a single point of health. You'll find 1 from there. And that's about it. It's still majority alive for the Bait conversion of the pistol. They'll go up 2-0 here on Mirage.
Literally the only player that really started slowly was Ascenthiel over on Bait, and he's already up to 6-0 as we kick off Mirage. This nade just slightly too shallow to really tag Kenzie Zor. But it is a 5v4 to start. Could get scary for some teams, but I don't know. Bait feel impervious now.
Pistols on catwalk to try to couple with top connector. We've got 2 frisky MAC-10s meant to be fed over. We've got 2 kills suddenly out of FUT. Krebeni makes the drop down into underpass, but it did get spotted, so Sizzy's going to keep an eye on that Desert Eagle. And Kenzie Zor, waiting for the smoke to fade, is ready to flush out window and any possible corner campers.
I mean,
he doubles back.
Once that smoke is up, yeah, Jugs is in a really tough spot. He's watching at the top of connector, but
Kenzie hasn't actually come to clear con from the A-site side. He'll jump out through the windowsill, find Krebeni lower.
Okay.
Bomb still sits on the ground, and now Jukes has really gone unnoticed.
And the bomb's up on Cat. I mean,
there's a world where he tries to pounce on this.
I don't know why you would go A, though. Yeah, it just makes more sense to smoke this off. Be on
Trying to press through. Yeah. Oh, misses his chance at executing another.
Oh.
Lonks won't make that same mistake. Quick deed shot into NPL. Still going to need 2 more. Manages to jump over without taking any damage for that one. They're thinking backdoor. He's 6 on window. And this time it's a commitment to the bomb plant. Flying Kenzie Zor with a second kill to the MAC-10. It's a costly round, but it's still bait up 3-0.
The push through connector actually could have made a big difference if he landed that deagle shot, but just a touch shaky.
Not the game to be shaky if you're FUT. This was a golden moment, especially when Lonks keeps up his end of the bargain and finds the deagle kill.
Yep.
He could have dropped bomb. Gone back at it once Lonks finds his. Who knows? But first gun round comes through, round 4 for FUT. And Sizzy burned wide, top middle, straight into Cemetery's scope.
Kind of, you know, dream routing if you're playing it like that with the molly, not getting smoked and up on a very safe line from Cat. That was meant to be his frag all day.
Get a ramp smoke in front of nobody. Bait will still double back, leaving Kenzie Zor in middle. You've got FUT intrigued about mid with how much utilities come out from it. It's going to force their hand to go and clear this in the 5v4, so remaining active. But it doesn't look like anybody's going to wide commit to clearing underpass, so Kenzie Zor is queuing himself up for a late one. Cemetery gets wounded by NPL's op. Picking up the responsibility from Sizzy, finding the damage to get that ticket player back. Jugs from stairs, not yet called on, but he will fire off into Palace, and now we've got 2 low health bars for the side of Bait. Activation out of Kenzie Zor only gets the 1, and we hit 20 seconds with a bomb that needs to be scooped back up from Sandwich. Doesn't feel likely. NPL wanted to depart, and instead he'll be dead as FUT find their first round win, 4 rounds into Mirage.
And it is a good-looking round to respond with. They brought a couple of these previous ones close as well, so a lot of economic damage dealt. I wonder with this saved gun what their round looks like next. Would be kind of crazy, but Kenzie can't afford an op. The investment's coming in. They're still keeping in mind Sizz. Oh no, what? Actually, no. Sizzy spends all of it as money too. Kenzie's got a little left over. Quite a big opportunity here for FUT. Oh,
shot
man.
AK top middle. Kenzie Zor going wide in a risky gambit. It's paid off for man advantage, allows NPL to get closer down through underpass. He's going to be the one now dropping utility top con. Bomb still on the ground as they look to take over bottom connector, and Krabeni wants to slip through these smokes once the fire fades.
I think he also just wants to see if someone's going to walk through themselves.
Demon just took damage over towards B Apartments, working on his own. Oh, inside connector, Krabeni gets dropped. And now you've got Sizzy's hands on an AWP. You've got the 2 AKs you started the round with.
Yeah, they're starting to coordinate a B-side attack with MPL looking for a lurking connector. He has every right because they're up by 2 players. The CTs can come in for a stack. We'll see how the commitment looks because MPL is probably in a spot where they want him to go first. If they full commit to B and he's not over here, this actually could just get stopped.
Bench lock in, and Demon's going to draw your attention towards Arch, but the bench player activates. There's good damage dealt here. Essential's nearly dead, but they've done it.
Wow.
With the 2 AK-47s, that walkout middle, an ace from Kenzie Zor, just does it all his own.
Was it really? Wow, every kill he got in mid as well, yeah. Man, chewed through that attack.
You brought 2 AKs to the party. Turns out you only needed 1. Finding trades every step of the way.
Well, that's pretty beast out of Kenzie Zor. Not a guy that we talked about a ton back on Dust2. The guy who came into the last round with the most money.
Now you've got big X-Factor moments coming through from Bait. Put the economy back in question. Cemetery not looking to be the first death 2 rounds in a row. Answers as NPL oversteps out middle.
That was such a big chance for FUT because they had got those kills on their saves. And now put themselves in a 4v3. But still, because the last round was close as well, still important that Bait keep it up.
Jukes opts to remain inside Palace.
Yeah, and the way he's playing it, he is actually going to create a timing if he's not careful.
Here we go. Second player signs up. Oh, damn near wins both duels.
Insane that he even sticks around for that, but yep, they've got numbers.
It's a reposition to just now couple up with Sizzy. Kenzizor takes the op from him. While Demon floats over towards Ticket, they're just letting Cemetery hold this line. Him versus Kenzizor, not a full-time opper, crawling right into the angle. Cemetery jumps the gun, misses his chance.
Yeah, this can actually create a plant situation, but they kind of need control of something. Bomb gets thrown into CT. Kenzizor with his op, 10 seconds left, has to try to save.
Yeah, at least he kills the player out middle. That does open an evacuation route, but
They got to be careful because he thinks that they're scared of approaching him. But, oh, they want him dead. That's an op down.
at least he dies before the time expires.
And they won't go ahead and grab it, even though it looked like they wanted to.
Again, we're going to go back and forth with the rounds. We had this over on Dust2. The sequence of CT rounds back and forth that put FUT in a tough spot. Well, this time they try to fight out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, they got through it. Now, last round was a 1v1. The money's actually gone for Bait, so they're going to force down, expecting to have the double save.
We saw the power of a single AK in Kenzizor's hands. Find an off kill, and suddenly there's an upgrade to be grabbed. Lonks is still locked into this duel, now finally out of there.
What a mess. They want to jump on this while Lonks is hurt.
Oh, you've got Demon blinded. He's going to drop with nothing. Lonks already taken down to the half HP. Rotate comes through back market door.
Lonks dies.
Krabeni not able to pick up the kill, gives himself a smoke to work around, but how much risk does he want to run? He's got Cemetery on the angle. Bomb will not be denied. And a MAC-10 over top of the van takes Krabeni low, but still he hangs on for the man advantage. Kenzizor, Tech9, NPL, MAC-10, and all three bodies to be jumbled up on this market retake. Good on them. Finding NPL first. There's an ace in his back pocket. Now he looks for the 1v3. Hopes to keep his head down. Tech9 headshot connects, and Cemetery's got the trade back. It's a costly one for FUT, but they'll collect it, and Bait now sent back into the saves.
Not the cleanest situation for versus a very low buy out of Bait, and they get a plant out of it. They bring it close on time, and they get 3 kills as well. So overall, very successful, even though for them, they wish they had won it. It's scary for FUT. They couldn't close it last time. They do now, but it is a situation where Bait have to save again.
Desert Eagles all around. And a more comfortable moment here for Cemetery as he'll not meet any util. They can afford to just keep him on the mid window.
Oh, were you watching that line, bro?
Brings Alex with him. They both give it up. It's 4 players to swing top mid versus a patient-looking Cemetery. Krabeni asks for the smoke. Cemetery takes damage. Deagle connects.
Oh boy.
This is 4 Deagles and a P250. No armor for the side of Bait, and yet a 5v4 has been found.
Cemetery just not steady on some of these openers. This round should be anything but a problem. Now they are 5v4 with an upgrade. And it might take one more failure to make this real. Senthiel comes in to check for a push. They don't see Jugs, who's actually now in a good spot to flank. Everyone's going to be ready over on B, which does mean a high likelihood everybody dies. Man, FUT looks shaky sometimes.
Cat player dead first. Easy. That'll free up Lonks to turn around. Demon gets there. Ascenthiel connects. A third kill from the Desert Eagles and an open-looking bomb site offered just far enough.
Kenzizor, now the bomb has to cross back. Uh-oh, Kenzizor is going bench with the bomb.
There we go. He's feeling it a little too much. 12 and 6. Crosses over, gives away what could have been an excellent post plant. Ascenthiel doesn't want to die after the clock expires.
Yeah, just getting the plant off for the money would have been very nice. Either way, they'll buy in again. It's a good push from Jukes to get that info towards A. It's going to be attack pause called now. And these moments on B, I mean, I would be thinking they're a little bit vulnerable with the way that they've, failed to totally shut us down. Their first time out. I think it's anything but scary for Bait. They just had 2 rounds with no money, really. No reason to beat yourself up about it.
Yeah, it's like in isolation. You can see Kenzizor a bit pissed that he made that happen.
Yeah.
He had a golden ticket to
someone
the bomb
dies,
plant.
the bomb lands on you, you don't know. It's just that it happened.
Obviously would have loved to put the final nail in the coffin of that last round, coming in with Desert Eagles only, but hey. Certainly chip away at FUT's confidence. But it is tough to sugarcoat what could have been a 3v2 post plant. Smoke in front of Connector to tease the threat of going to clear underpass. They use it to find the trajectory needed to land that nade on Kenzie. Juke's down to 1 HP. Lucky to still be a part of this round, this critical round at 4-4. Kenzizor doubles back, grabs the bomb as Alex looks to extend up the catwalk. Smoke grenade still towards top con means he's got an open road that no one's contesting with except for here in the window. And as they pop it open, Krabeni doesn't see this. Alex's timing has slipped through the net. Krabeni's considering it, but at the same time, you've got Alex in a very strong place.
They also have Demon pushed up really far, but it's so heavily leaning towards A, and Alex gets his kill. Demon, if he walks back, NPL, he loves going through smokes. Is he going to just take this timing? He does, and he dies for it.
Demon down to 73 HP, worried that Alex would activate up catwalk. Knows for sure there's more inside of the apartments, confirmed now by Sizzy stepping in the flames. It's a scramble rotation here from FUT. 3 players through the market momentarily, and Sizzy wants to take over site before they arrive. Missed off shot from Cemetery recovered. Him and Lonks with a kill apiece. It's man advantage, barely. And yet they hang on as Ascenthiel can't manage. It's a flurry out of FUT to just throw themselves through market like that, but they get ahead of it, and they deny Bait around, taking over the lead.
You see a little bit of nerves
I really want you to play
ends.
fucking together, okay? We are playing versus low buys, and we are fighting alone. To focus on fighting together. If we commit to fight, do it together, not alone, please. That's the...
Going back to basics, and I think it is correct. I mean, ultimately, they've lost like an opening kill at mid, no trade response, and they're doing it versus not great guns either. Cemetery, not steady. Last round misses a chance. Gets lucky. Alex misses his own spray and gets another chance to get that off shot in. That looked like a disaster waiting to happen. It felt like Bait were about to take it after Alex got his kill in window. Honestly, the rotations were insanely slow from FUT to get over to B to help out. Demon was kind of there trying to pretend he had more support for a long time. Got to be tough for Coolio when you want to spend your time talking about what we can do next, and it feels like he has to go back to like let's get the basics right.
Terry lands it. Pistols try to swarm, and looks like this time they get stopped. It is a wreckage on the A site. FUT go up 6-4 off that one. But going back to those basics, cleaning things up, feels like that's what's going to get you moving forward towards this potential 8-4 half.
Yeah.
Guns back in Bait's hands. Pistols don't break through, and that's been a worrying sign that some of these Deagle rounds get as close as they do, so I think FUT relieved that that one goes down smoothly.
That's kind of their only clean anti-eco so far.
Better late than never. Leading by 2 as the guns for Bait come back in. Krubeni, oh my god, he goes unnoticed. For all the things that NPL's gotten away with.
That's wild.
Krubeni giving a flash to the commitment. Sizzy gets slammed, and 5v3 secured out of FUT with a very risky opening.
There's some other threats now, like a Senthiel start and Kenzie Zor, his ace and everything like that, but MPL's kind of getting countered here on Mirage. Like, they are a little bit more comfortable catching him off. Walked through that smoke last round, Demon took him down, and saw how close that round was.
I felt like they really weren't ready for it on Dust2, but they've adapted.
Alex for some damage, takes out. Oh, actually, Senthiel joins in. 3-on-3 now.
This is a 3 versus 5
The bomb is going to
recovery.
get spotted, however.
Yeah,
Man.
Demon's about to find it. So just as there's this spike in life out of Bait in round 11, you realize, oops, we don't own the bomb. We'll continue to catch kills, do have time to just come running for this.
I wonder if Lonks is going to go underpass. No, Senthiel's going all the way around through spawn.
Especially now that Demon hears that, Lonks is going to want to catch him off via the door at some point. They know exactly where the last man's at. 20 seconds would have to be the Hail Mary. And Demon's just going to run away, let Lonks pick up this kill. They'll close out. This was a 5v3, comes down to the 2v2, but hey, FUT 1 round away from just getting that 8-4 half now.
It is, yeah. They've really just got it together. It feels like it was very sketchy for a second. A good CT side, of course, won't be enough. That's just what's expected of you. A-side hits coming in full strength.
Juice pops up with the first, goes wide. Confident move this time. A much better second map than Bo over on Dust2. He's got some ground to make up, but he's closing the distance. 4v3 remains, bombs on site. NPL again, always trying to press into these smoke grenades, looking for a moment to catch you off guard.
He's going to fade it,
feels like
too.
Lonks is prepared for it this time again. NPL extends slightly, gets the kill. Alex with good damage towards Ticket. They're mowing them down. We go 2v3. But still, these CTs barely standing. They eat the flashbang, causing them to be delayed for a second. It's Cemetery with the full bar, 2 low health players behind him, and this is gonna be messy to try to close out. Demon's dead! Last shots land! And Krubeni, the last to fall, as Alex sequence a 3K to find that 5th round for Bait.
Wow, there's the first for Frag. Higo gets a double. There's still 2 players left. They got no health on them. 13 and 3. Oh my goodness, how does he do this? How does Higo do it again?
FUT holding up their end of the bargain on this second map of play for elimination at the IEM Cologne Major. You never want to roll out of bed 0-2, but at least you've had best of 3s to try and get here. We had a promise from FUT in both of their games. They have yet to falter in a best of 3 without winning a map at least. Looking to do that now as Bait has Dust2 secured. Ancient waits in the wings if needed. 7 rounds on the CT side, and this attack is just going to swiftly move towards the A site where Alex has found an opening headshot. Given a chance at more, they swing wide into him, and no support on scene just yet. It's going to take a second for Bait to get that in place, but the retake surely inbound. And PL off of the bench gets taken down to half health. This is a no-kit situation for Bait. And, well, despite that, they still find kills. Man advantage momentary. Now it's Demon. 3 kills into this. Kenzizor tries to close the gap, but it's a quad kill from Demon the pistol. And they're going to keep Bait on a single pistol win so far between these 2 maps.
He comes up huge with those frags, and there was pressure on Bait to move quickly, like you said, with no kits to work with. A clean start to make it a 5v4 from CT spawn with the first shot. Is that also a headshot that we heard? Damn. And they go 3 for 4 on pistols so far in this series. There haven't been conversion denials either. I'm sure that's what Bait are worried about and hoping they can break that trend. I love the Scout MP9s. You know, like it. Whether the MP9s do damage first or the Scout does damage first, they just complement each other so well. But maybe they can use them next round.
Yeah. Doesn't look like they're getting their hands on this one. Kenzizor the closest piece to this B-bomb site, and by close, I mean ladder room. Nothing you're going to be able to do about this one. Benny going to try to take out as much as he can before it does get secured for the next round. But he was the 1 MAC-10 player with the 4 Galils heading B. So this is going to be FUT getting dangerously close to the finish line off of the back of another successful pistol. You know, they had so few gun rounds back on Dust2 that those 2 pistol wins and full conversions really meant little. This time, not quite the same situation.
Not punishing exits because they just want to try again as they save. But FUT will be perfectly happy with that. Them and their 4 Galils.
Alex supplements this one with a Desert Eagle. And a quick move over to the B site instead. That A stack didn't work. Go ahead, put the numbers on B, just in case out of the gate. But then they see this nade usage out middle, and they think, actually, let's reposition over to the A site yet again. Trying to stave off the double digits. FUT are going to know damn well that this save features a looming threat of SMGs.
Oh, you can definitely see regret right around the corner. I don't know if FUT realize how scary this is.
Here we go.
But they're going for the 3 smoke exec to make sure Sizzy doesn't have a line. He'll push through.
And PL tries to jump the Palace player.
That kill could be everything.
Pretty critical. Sizzy's scout finds one. Looking for more. Now the Desert Eagle looking to sing. Look at that damage. Rack up.
Double.
Collateral. Nade kill.
Ooh.
And Bait perfectly placed. They thought out of the gate to head B. Mid-smokes got them to rotate into the correct position, and they absolutely stick the landing.
Yeah, 3 smoke exec just to be safe, and they get crushed on all fronts, probably terrified when they see there's a Palace push. Going up against an MP9 with it as well.
Terrified, but not scared enough to pump the brakes.
You know, I think what actually could have sped them up was having a MAC-10 in that spot. A lot of Galils having an AD back and forth, slowly come into a bunch of CTs who are playing over the bricks, pushing hard into Palace. They go in on low info and pay the iron price. Let's see how elusive that makes a 10th round.
Two players ready for that challenge. It's a quick pullback by Lonks. This is going to be a numbers strong moment for FUT outside of the A site. Just going to try to simplify it. Triple smokes again. You've got Sizzy on this side. This is op in hand, takes a bit of chip damage, opens up the smoke to try to get another, but all that does is exposes him to Galils.
That's a bit rough from Sizzy.
They'll put another nade on the smoke, and again, it favors FUT in the sense that they come out with a frag, ready for those sorts of challenges. Bench push out of Kenzie's that'll catch you off, but again, the recovery here from Lonks. Nade is gonna get the trade, and then Ascenthiel catches it back. We've got the one down, and it's 3 kills.
Oh, they
man.
failed to get that bomb planted sooner. They had all those smokes going for them. Kerbeni really late to the bomb plant zone. And that's the last thing you want, is to still be fighting when your smokes come up.
Yep.
And if they want to put those smokes down, they aren't going to take CT control. That needs to be priority number 1. And with a quick kill on Sizzy like that, you'd think Sizzy would live to see that mistake and regret it. Playing in CT, you know that you risk them pushing. After you get that kill, all you want to do is stay alive.
Now you've sent FUT down into the doldrums. Glocks in 1 Desert Eagle. Bait tapping into that interruptive counter-strike that was so constant back on Dust2.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like FUT are making far too many non-characteristic mistakes.
Pistol's gonna get mopped up in this one. Big commitment with the spray down from NPL, and you even have Kenzie off of Cat to help out. This is now a 1-round game as the buy comes back from FUT. This is a daunting T-side suddenly sitting in front of them.
Again, the benefit of having been here before, even if you might not be the better team on paper, Fate might have a better time at this point dealing with the pressure. And this Cologne so far has been real CT-sided. Like, so many dominant CT performances. You gotta think that FUT have that on their mind. No, none more than Mirage with that historic comeback out of Big.
Oh, it's a walkout from Jukes. At least he gets traded. But he could have just straight up had the kill. Lonks off stairs, gets his. Sizzy awaits that re-aggression, eats the flash, but there's no swing off of it. So by the time he regains vision, he's ready for this Palace walkout still. Lonks is looking to be the difference maker. Essential catches him.
They're taking so long to commit. They just show themselves to Sizzy, who is playing in spawn.
Still sat here waiting. Pops up, gets wrecked. Cemetery with the instant headshot. Sizzy not able to get anything going with that AWP. Sits 6 and 13 now. And this is FUT to find double digits off of a slow burn A hit that honestly gets fueled by those 2 kills thanks to Lonks.
And it is an important thing to consider as well, Sizzy, with, you know, not really anything to talk about in the first half, but now that we're on CT, like, we will have a microscope on his performance now that'll see the op, that it'll be important. He'll have another one next round.
No save afforded to Bait in this one. FUT trying to regain control of the situation before the guillotine drops.
If you want to execute aim, like, you need to speak, like, you need to, let's talk, okay? We have Molotovs, we have everything, and we are just waiting to get fucked again. We need to go out with a flash. We need to be ready for this type of stuff. Let's do it how I said, okay?
Didn't even take him out to dinner first.
That last round a
I kind
little
of
more.
feel that energy, though, when I'm listening to Coolio.
Demon fast to it. There's a certain punchiness coming out through from FUT. Good crossfire. Kenzizor and Alex just chew through Demon and Lonks. Fast move out through that apartments, though. It's the bomb in tow. Jukes with the smoke spam. Krabeni out through middle. And this is a hard-fought round. Slip up for a second and you find yourself dead, watching until the next round comes your way. Krabeni looks to add himself to this post plant, and it doesn't feel like Bait have what it takes to try this retake at all.
That was just a flurry in the attack. And that's exactly, I think, what FUT are looking for. Insane trades as it all distills. Sharing the effort as well between Demon, Krabeni, and Jugs. They would have loved to have some time to think about this, Bait, but they lose 3, they lose the round. It puts them against 11.
Terrorists win.
No.
They come in buying again, but FUT suddenly looking alive. I think right before this round, there were some moments, just so many shoulder peeks, so much waiting, so much hoping a CT makes a bad peek and then dying because of it. Not planting early. Like, this is just a better tempo for them, faster.
That Coolio
That's who they are.
is dead on. Sometimes the reality of the situation starts to feel heavy. And it's once they're against the ropes, FUT snap out of it, play these last 2 rounds quicker, punchier.
Careful, Essential. Oh, Jukes is right here walking out. Looks like there's like a small gap if Alex isn't totally concerned about this. Jukes is going to slick down and clear him out. Yeah, perfect.
Catch you off guard entirely. AK's on this line. Alex can't do anything about the Palace play. We've got a strong-looking FUT once more, swarming through into the A site, catching bodies towards Catwalk. Kenzizor, Hail Mary spam. A little off the mark.
They can't even get close to giving these up. They need to, like, go into saving 100%. The last of their money's gone. I wonder if FUT should be honestly considering trying to punish, but with the op in play on Sizzy, I don't think they want to have to bother. He's here 6 and 14. When he's had a chance, he's died. And on this round, didn't have a chance, and his team couldn't carry him through, so... Not the best performance for Sizzy, who has had plenty of outstanding maps.
Just perfect routing here from Jukes. We've seen him step out through the Palace multiple rounds, but usually kind of caught in a duel. This time given free space. Frustrating one for Essential to just have a player peek you from under Palace. You can't let this game fall apart. We get a timeout out of FUT, who have 4 map points to close out this game. Or rather, the second map.
It feels like Coolio's
Ancient
talking
X.
every round. How do they have another timeout?
Sometimes we steal those listen-ins, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes we work broadcast match. It was actually from stage 2,
It's
that
all
last
pre-recorded. Congrats, 9Z, your IEM Cologne champions.
Okay, don't jinx it. That's just the curse of June 12th, you know. The day Vitality can't win.
Oh, that's Legacy Day?
Exact to the day.
Would make sense since we organize our majors correctly now.
Rumor has it in 2027 they're going to lose to a North American team.
Yeah, if we have any slots.
Oop.
Oh. Oh no. Play like simple episode incoming.
Map 2's on the line, FUT off the timeout. Just looking to iron out any kinks. And come in with a plan to just simply close. You've got 2 players up into the window. Very different round from anything Bait have seen so far this map.
I love it. Doubling up in window. Covering everything, like no gaps in what you can watch. You're just a little bit later across the map. I don't think they care about that at all. They can actually reverse boost into ladder. The grate's not broken though, right? It wouldn't be.
Now that it's in position, just hitting the pause button.
They're honestly hoping that there's a C2 there. And Kenzizor is walking up. Oh my goodness, this might be a genius play that pays off.
Still haven't hit
Whoa.
the shot. Demon
Yeah,
goes high,
and now
finds the kill.
Now they can reverse boost window. They have the... It's
Could
getting...
still be a potential hero moment for somebody on Bait. You can see them swinging in, looking for the kills, and NPL always ready for these. But it's a one and done out of him. Op shot connects, and it's going to be a Senthiel off of the bench to find a headshot too. Man advantage Bait, despite a great setup from FUT. It's the Apartments players that get totally shut down, and it forces FUT to split up. What was 2 players out mid ends up being 1 per direction. Demon gets the offer off the line.
Lead up.
Finds Essential in the backdrop. Sissy's got the response. Down to 5 HP. AK presses into him, and Lonks misses the chance at the plant. It's the clock that decides it. Bait put the squeeze on thanks to NPL, bringing it back from Connector and letting those 2 B players shine.
They just needed 1 more second to be able to get that, but Bait do everything right in the end with the hold. It's great between the 2 players that are there. They weren't going to have easy rotations, as you can see with window being occupied. The rotation through CT, up out of Connector, on Cat, no one in ladder room. Everything would have been really, really tough and slow. I think that Bait wanted, obviously, the ladder fight to happen a little bit sooner. MPL caused them problems to delay a little longer as well, and they couldn't be the first players to split. Oh, what do they think about this? Up close in the ramp. Jukes throws that alone. And, oh, MPL gets totally caught jumping.
Oh, it's another electric tempo here from FUT. Kenzizor on the recovery, a second. He's down to 17 health. You've got Lonks now answering. Jukes with another Palace walkout. He has found that timing often, but the bomb now still remains out middle. Man advantage, a Krebeni market wrap. Sizzy somehow having ramp control.
And this slowly ends B, right?
Kenzizor gonna get executed from behind. Bomb inbound, and Sizzy with a lot of work to do, but he'll get the jump on Jukes. And now a 1v2 remains for the youngest player at the Major. Just trying to keep map 2 alive. He goes sprinting through the murder hole, throwing caution to the wind. And FUT lock in on this bomb site to try to get us onto Ancient. Sizzy on the approach, doesn't have a kit, does have a frag grenade, but a tough jump out. Oh, can't finish the kill, and we've got FUT extending. A FUT who seems to find themselves in the later portion of Mirage. Inspired by those Coolio timeouts, a more aggressive look by FUT when they at that point have nothing to lose. And they'll recover. Again, finding at the very least 1 map in every best of 3.
And I wonder what they would reference as the reason for why they won. We saw the timeouts come in and have such a huge impact. That much is unclear, but what we did see was FUT looking extremely nervous into playing well, fast, and committed throughout that T side to close. So a lot in the first half and enough in the second. Whenever we get the coach listen-ins from Coolio, we're like, all right, that's what FUT need to hear. It's like the most basic advice ever. Then the following rounds do look stronger. How many of those reminders are going to need to come in here, and will they be on time?
Well, those reminders well placed, and also exactly what needed by FUT to just, again, look more of themselves. And we got those more aggressive moves. We had those good trade frags going down towards the end of Mirage. We had a streak of victories that felt inspired as opposed to just kind of letting Bait take their way in those mid-round moments. You know, NPL didn't get away with the smoke pushes, with disrespecting timings, etc. The things that really fueled Bait's winning map of Dust 2. And not to mention in that previous Ancient between these two teams at this very major, huge map for Essential to make that 13-11 loss even look close. Who's going to step it up for Bait today? NPL, it's a one and done, confirms bodies inside of A main. We get the instant execute over top from FUT. Smoke and Donut, smoke CT lane, and Sizzy sees a chance to press through this. Will not be rewarded with a kill for that. Does confirm the commitment. Essential's dual Berettas go down on the flank, and now it's just going to have to be a pretty vanilla-looking retake for Bait. One temple, one lane, and a slow burn move from Alex that still remains smoked off Donut.
Yeah, no Donut flank. So this, oh, actually, yeah, coming in slowly. And, oh, spotted, headshotted, and dead.
Dealt with pretty quickly. Kenzie Zort able to emerge out through Temple. Him and Sizzy still with a hope of making this one happen. It would need to be the 1v3. Sizzy, no kit for the situation. Missing chances at catching Krebeni, then maybe somehow you can get the kills in Donut, but this first frag feels like it takes way too long. He's got to forego the chance, and so FUT strike, still winning. 4 of the 5 pistol rounds in this series come up FUT.
They just wanted to kill him so bad in the end, even though there was no chance. Round by elimination with the bomb plant. They're looking extremely comfortable, quick, and I think bringing in some of their momentum from the end of that Mirage game right into this pistol. Of all the second rounds we've seen, only one was denied the conversion. That was by Bait with the A site set up on Mirage. But 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 now for FUT on pistol rounds. You almost kind of need these conversions to be denied. NPL wasn't as much of a conversation back on Mirage, and Sizzy definitely wasn't. Need to put more pressure on this you know, very new young player on this team, because even though Bait have been at majors, Sizzy hasn't. But he's been a rock in some of these games. And back on Dust 2, we saw how much he affected the outcome of the match. Going toe-to-toe with Cemetery.
He's had very big performances in stressful, important best of threes, in the third maps even, of those matches. So we've been very impressed by the 16-year-old's performance in his very first major.
Yeah, definitely.
But the kid's the only one dead in this one. Bait not able to stop FUT from converting the pistol. We saw the value in them saving guns, though, last map even, when everything saved, moved forward into the next, and then they put a real test to FUT. So we'll try to rinse and repeat that one, keeping 4 players up at the B site.
If you put FUT to the test, is that a race? I'm not going to get myself started here.
Terrorists win.
Lonk's going over the notes before the gun rounds can really start. I walked by FUT in between the maps here. They felt pretty composed. They were just asking their coach, hey, what's the score of the Mongols Navi game?
Demon was sitting on the floor.
Brother, your life's on the line here.
Who's our next opponent?
Yeah. Just really big Mongols fans, I guess. These pistols look to press down the ramp into the smoke grenades, but Demon's ready for your antics. And there's more where the first one came from. Chance at the Deagle to connect on Krabeni. Demon slips down through it, takes the 5v3 advantage, and just gotta choose through the opening moves of Bait. These pistols that didn't get a chance to shine whatsoever in the last round. At least this time you get to left click, but to no avail so far out of Bait. Senthiel up next as Kenzizor wants to go and support him. He starts stomping the rotation, and that's going to activate Lonks to just sideline you. 4v2 looking comfortable, but still to get through the cave player. Bomb actually heading over to the A site. Red Room push from NPL makes this interesting, because now he's hanging on to the AK, and if they consider that it could have gone A, yeah, he'll head that direction, but ultimately, Bomb doubles back. Still not an open path. Senthiel worried about cave. Here's the footsteps, gets cleared out, and now that's the confirmation. Third round, 4 FUT secured.
You run, I watch, and they get that kill. With majority up, it's gonna have a positive surplus. NPL taking one peek and then peeling back. I mean, the scary part, one scary factor of this matchup is just how many pistols FUT are winning, but then also their T-side abilities on Ancient and how Bait, like, they kind of need their rounds now. They're going to have a very tough time closing this game out in the second half.
Oh.
Enough.
Looking for the graffiti Doja nade, eh?
Nah, we've been there, done that.
Yeah, we were just saying maybe the only graffiti they regret.
Feels like nowadays.
It was cool when it happened.
Sure. Yeah.
It was,
cool.
oh my God, what's he doing?
But at the same time, you know, I feel like a lot of cooler stuff has happened since. Here we go. First guns for Bait. Nate's dodged by Krabeni. Lonk's not so lucky. Taken down by quite a chunk. Yell, quick to move. That Red Room smoke's already fading, but there's not anybody behind it for Bait, so this mid walk-up is being afforded to FUT quite nicely.
It's kind of an insane gap to leave and just, like, watch passively for.
At least he still has eyes on it from the back of B, but maybe just in anticipation of the B commitment, which at this moment, it is what's looking to be put together by FUT.
Like, Lonks, he could potentially smoke out the B side, and that would be terrifying. Also give them chance if this lurk takes place that they can run it back through Donuts. There's a lot of options. Wow, what a crazy push right through that Molotov.
Only afforded because of NPL's positioning on this site. Decides to be that third layer. They throw 2 through. FUT tend to get a lot of value out of wallbangs on this map, and they try to do that on the fallback.
I honestly think Bait just don't believe they're actually going to continue with the exec, but they just slowly are.
To the top of ramp they'll go.
That's good.
Jugs comes through with a headshot. Lonks is going to blindside NPL. It's all on Alex, and he only delivers the one. And now Lonks, who never threw that smoke despite having that position this entire round.
Dude, that pause was crazy. Yeah. They lost cave control, lost a player, didn't re-peek for so long, made it look like they were walking back towards A, told Lonks, don't do anything yet. We don't even need the lurk. Everything's obvious right now. They pause, and because Bait did not have information, they had to think that maybe we need to get to A slowly. It's really rare that you'll see a team, especially like this young, be able to pull off a play like that.
I think that's why FUT have impressed us through this season. You know, it's one thing for a young team to impress. It's another just with the style of Counter-Strike they bring.
Terrorists win.
There's promising upcomers, and then there's the champion of those upcomers that many believe. I mean, again, you think about the average age of this team, 19 and a half years old. And almost everybody thought they're making top 8 in their first major. That really sends a message to the, impression FUT have left on us throughout 2026 so far. And that round right there, maybe a reminder of the classy Counter-Strike FUT have to offer. They pick up the 4th consecutive here on map 3. They apply a bit of pressure via utility out middle. And NPL still stuck behind the smoke of Red Room, but Kenzizor signs up for a fight on his own. Gets himself a second and has the fallback. Takes damage in the process, but this is FUT's recovery in a 3v5. 2 players left side Red Room,
we can beat that.
blindsiding you as he comes back at it. But will they expect another? They're prepared. NPL takes a bullet upside the head. This 2 versus 5 goes running forward through Donut. Alex over towards A main just plays it quietly. Stoic as he awaits the chance to cut down Cemetery, deny the bomb plant, and put Demon in a 1v3. Ascenthiel just runs into the line. Doesn't do enough damage.
don't miss.
A second for Demon, and he knows where you're at, Alex.
Oh,
He's
no.
got them all. They peek him one by one.
A 4-kill round out of Demon. No way he pulls off that clutch. Sizzy walked right into that headshot.
They had him surrounded, but they give him a winnable sequence.
My goodness.
Kill by kill, Alex swings, and Demon wrecks house.
Yeah, that's a next level clutch. They're left totally embarrassed on that one. I mean, they had 3 peaks they wanted. They knew exactly where he was. They all came at him of their own volition, and each just got absolutely destroyed. Crazy to pull off a play like that at a time like this.
Keeps the Flawless Ancient going 5-0. That was both a 2 versus 5 and a 1v3.
Wow. Whoops.
Kenzizor had that awesome sequence out middle to get it going. And it's all for naught. And this time, nobody home out middle. Molotov's Red Room and Cave for FUT, trying to fluster this opening setup from Bait. You've got Ascenthiel locked into the duel, and Kerbeni's gonna zone you, own you, and your teammate. Alex gets slammed inside of the cave. We go 5 versus 3 comfortably for FUT as they are looking to continue this massacre on Ancients.
They might be brain broken. That's mentally around that's so hard to overcome, and you just go right into the next. You lose 2 players right away. Kerbeni sees the opportunity, jumps on the second kill. And it's not Bait who pulled off the 2v5. Oh my goodness. Kenzizor could have cleared that out. Oh,
Crazy
okay.
he's still getting anything from this, but he's locked in with 2 more. Oh! Just stopped shooting. We've got NPL from inside Red Room. Bomb control technically for him. Kerbeni doubles back.
I mean, Jukes is on a full flank NPL. Is he going to turn around?
Not yet anyways, but could get that internal timing.
Yeah.
He's out here to the right side.
It is kind of crazy,
see the barrel.
but yeah, he'll see this now. Oh my goodness, he didn't see him.
You're
He
kidding!
didn't see the barrel!
Oh! Right there for the taking.
If he had lost that.
Kerbeni, a quad kill needed.
No one said anything.
That's insane.
He was standing in a spot, they just were like, no way he'd be standing out in the open. So actually good on NPL for even thinking about the chance at a flank.
Is it like every
his
teammate's
just
watching
white
Kerbeni
print
instead?
stream sticking out on the right of his screen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Now it starts to feel like your major's falling apart.
Yes, it does.
Bait have had a hard-fought battle. I mentioned it before this map went live. Constant from 0-2 in stage 2, clawed their way all the way back.
When Connor starts writing your obituary.
6 rounds into map 3.
But yeah, go on.
You've had such a tough time at the Major already, but you stepped up to that challenge for 3 consecutive best of 3s, earned your place in top 16, get sent back down into that dungeon, and we're up a map over a very hot prospect. But now down 0-6 and feeling like you can do nothing versus this FUT, all that struggle starts to just be reminded.
What?
It's a crushing feeling to know how little control you've had over your own fate at this Major.
Another before he goes. It's still a 3-on-3. And NPL is angry.
Yeah, he's trying to fight his way back into the game,
They're
but
all angry.
the headshots have been solid. It's a reminder back to round 1, map 1, where it was nothing but headshots in the pistol. We thought individually we were going to get a lights-out game.
Time is at an interesting spot. They might think about they would like to go B, but Demon's moving forward.
Going to go for this late A plant.
I mean, it might be nice for Alex to just start flanking Donut with no plant coming in this early.
OCT, someone's got to watch main. You've got to watch main now. Oh, you get him off the plant. They've got him off the plant. With pistols, they'll push. Spam almost there, but time's going to expire. Alex survive it, and FUT kind of trip up over their own 2 feet. It's a hell of a way to deliver a first round over to Bait.
This kill is crazy. Oof.
NPL.
But it's actually just that awkward start to it, and NPL, yeah, really just saying, I mean, why not take a risk at this point? They came in with a half buy, come out with a win.
Take what you can get while you can. FUT have not been flawless. 7 rounds into this CT side, you'll collect your first. You mentioned the stats for the T side of Bait means they need a solid first half. Comeback on the defense starts now. NPL catches the head. Awkward jump by Krabeni. He'll still get the trade, but at what cost? Down to 16 HP himself. Got 3 players for Bait here on the back line of the B site, and still, it looks like FUT want to just push through this cave smoke. They get close on the approach, send flashes over top. Molotov's behind Kenzizor and Ascenthiel. Lonks emerges, and this total cave shutdown goes well for Bait. Now the rebuttal! Jugs shoots through his teammate's head and leaves himself on a single point of health versus 2 members of Bait blinded again. Still doesn't fire. At 50 seconds, needs to scoop this bomb up and somehow kill these 2 without taking a shot? I don't think so. 1 more bullet out of Alex gets the job done, and Bait will win these consecutive rounds back to back.
They might have missed their long smoke there, left it open, had the mollies to come down. Instead, Cave was re-smoked as a defense protocol, and this opened up the chance to fight back for the CTs. It's a solid follow-up, even though there's only 2 alive. It's a moment where FUT, it actually kind of crushes their money and gives Bait a chance to totally come back. Holding for the jump now.
Here we go. Crank that dial, get aggressive with the pistols.
He's got to reload, careful.
Little to lose, little to use. FUT wanting a bomb plant, have at least earned that. Anything here is just a cherry on top. Fast flight out of Bait. They understand what Krabeni's up to, and they'll make sure that 1 casualty is all they have to stomach, as now they've cut that lead down by half.
Plant's pretty fine there for FUT. Again, we're already past the point of no return. Bait, you know, they wanted to have an 8-4, 9-3 half. Now they've just got to go up against so much. They have to, you know, have a perfect end to this half. They have to win a pistol. They have to play out of their mind when we switch over. There's a lot on their plate. crazy things happen at majors.
This is FUT, who only have 3 successful opening duels despite 6 rounds won.
It's great for FUT to be able to start T-side, use their Coolio attack pauses in the first half. Just get through this as many rounds as you possibly can. Just squeeze it dry, and then when you move over to CT, he really doesn't need to do anything. That one will be autopilot. Strafe right back into the headshot. Flashes excellent from both ends. And Sizzy not hitting his shot.
Goes back in, Jukes ready. Oh, NPL lineup for the double kill. Extends into the 4v2. And Cemetery just chucks that bomb back. Doesn't want to be the reason they lose it.
Whoa,
now
careful,
CT's
swinging.
looking for the challenge, and Cemetery's made it behind the big box. Woo. Good on Kenzie Zor to adjust his second kill of the round. Him and NPL with a 2K apiece. For Benny, up against the world's going to be overwhelmed, and Bates' response now looking convincing as they again keep 4 players alive, close this distance on their hunt for 6 rounds straight.
That was kind of crazy out of Kenzie Zor. Actually, worrying spot if he dies.
He's quite deep in that mid spray, but the headshot connects while he's blind. He'll be happy to have taken that one as FUT go spiraling back to the upgraded pistols. Kevlar for 3, not all. Looking to make sure they've got one more real buy in the last to attempt a 7th round win. Locks very quickly, trying to take over the mid play, but the frag grenade flushes him into NPL's crosshair, and that's going to be man advantage early for Bait again.
Yeah, super solid couple of rounds now from NPL.
Wider line from Sizzy, prepared for this A approach. I believe they're boosting over this box for a peek. Kind of dismantle it awkwardly.
Sizzy's a little off, man.
Krabeni's dead. NPL trying to hang on, doing his damnedest. The best Jukes, who's now got his paws on an AK-1 rifle here for FUT, as they'll take a test into this site. And obviously, shadow advantage for Sizzy.
Don't miss that one.
He misses this other one as well.
Oh, no.
Pistol's getting dangerously close to him, but at least the AK's gone down. He finally lands a shot, legging Cemetery. Demon's got a double deagle. And Sizzy finally collects one. With the USB, he'll finish it off as Cemetery goes running into his own grave. That is 5 rounds straight from Bait, which isn't bad considering it was 6-0 FUT once upon a time.
Yeah, totally. Sizzy's definitely getting he's feeling it a little bit. Like some of these shots we saw were so precise back on Mirage. The small flicks felt like just like another Ropper's static shots that were easy, right on them, perfect crosshair placement. He was hitting everything in between. Not a problem on the comeback so far. Maybe it was a problem in the first 5. It's really NPL though. He's finding lots of impact.
He's the highest rated player this series for Bait. Highest rated player in the series in general, in fact, after the first 2 maps of play. And no, I love this, man. He tests the waters, gets behind them. Although at the same time, the forward hold doesn't go well. Oh, they double back through it. Tear through what was this heavy Bait presence. You'd think NPL.
I mean, Demon can hear him running away. Alex actually rerouting, so they'll come B still. He's lured them.
Alex trying to cut in between the 2. Cemetery, now confirms it. It's going to head that bomb over to the A site instead. Jukes goes through the red room, and this Demon holds worth it. They buy time for a final purchase, and it's a 6-round streak, plus the final round of the half here for FUT.
Two here.
One.
main,
You have
Six
six
bullets.
bullets, bro. You fucking bot!
Woo! Talk that shit. 3 successful opening duels for FUT on the T side, 7 round wins. And that one from Demon, a 1v3 close in what started as a 2v5. So definitely fighting the tank here for FUT. It's major lives on the line for both these rosters. Final half of the series, this is where the chips fall. And as Demon draws them towards him into this A site, he's already collected ahead. We've got 3 more players to push through from Donut. Ascenthiel catches his. Then the Berettas on the scene in Krabeni's hands, but this is a nice answer out of bait. They've still got Cemetery to deal with from inside sight. Oh, and they catch them with the final 3 headshots. A man disadvantage managed as FUT will pull ahead 5 out of the 6 pistols this series with FUT's logo stamped across them.
5 out of 6 pistols is a stat that you will reference and think about that you can't clean up. They're going to need to make a comeback here on T side hard enough with a pistol. Their previous results on this map obviously relied a lot on a good first half on CT. They got the CT start they were looking for, but only a marginal comeback. It's going to be beyond difficult for Bait. They're already thinking about if they'll lose this game, but are thinking about how they'll win this game. Bait need to kill their faith.
Eagle headshot to sideline Lonks. MPL again on these smokes, man. It's a classic. We saw it work on Dust2. We saw it get completely shut out on Mirage. Plays to his character, and as this ramp push goes over top, it's just a little too thin. Ascenthiel late to the party, no bomb possession even for him there, so it's FUT to go up 9-5, converting that pistol, and we get guns in hand for Bait within round 15.
Well, MPL certainly had a good start to the game, and if they want to play off of it, I think one of the only ways they can win, the way they did win Dust2, was just, you know, him finding new ways to basically pull off those pushes.
Playing within the unorthodox. Just the right amount of disrespect, the right amount of unexpected. Kenzizor really trying to get out middle, but these flashes meant to save him come out a little too late.
They also weren't lined up correctly there. CT's not blinded.
It's pretty heavy utility usage, both sides to get to this point. 1:15 and the nades are low, but the man advantage secured by FUT. They have that for their efforts. There's space to take over here in middle as Sizzy switches out to that AK, is about to tiptoe into Cemetery, and he shows him a FUT before committing around that corner. Crossfire here inside of Cave. Cleanup by Krubeni. MP9 mows down 2.
He didn't take any damage at all.
Had a teammate to distract. Lonks, tough third map, but the kind of guy that can stomach a rough going if it means his team still prevail. Alex has some monstrous clutches in this bait jersey. 30 seconds to pull this one out of the hat versus Demon over towards this A site. Demon, who's been lights out on map 3. But Alex on the approach finds the headshot and only loses a quarter of his health. And the CT's not close enough to stop this bomb plant. That's money made and a chance for Alex, but tagged by that op, he'll go back in. Cemetery lands both those shots, picks up his second kill of the round, and puts FUT 3 rounds from securing this best of 3.
Yeah, they get to double digits comfortably. Bomb plant's nice for bait, but give him a better chance. A little bit of leverage to work off of. But overall, it's just another very calm and easy-looking setup. Bait totally flustered. Stepping onto that trapwire of Krubeni and his MP9. When they pulled out a half-buy win in the first half, they used it to actually get a streak of rounds in a row.
Fast push through smoke, but you've already got Jukes up through middle. An electric pace offered up by FUT to put him there and deal with that quick exit through the B doors.
Dust2, we had questions about Jukes. Now he's looking a little bit more freed up and confident.
He had an excellent turnaround over on Mirage as well. Really found his moments through Palace on that A site. Utility over top, a Galil in hand for Alex despite his 30 HP. And you've denied Demon his angle, but the Galil entry denied. Kenzie sort of follows suit. Tech9's find nothing in this one, looking like 5 players up until Essential collects a single kill. 11-5 as FUT now looking to dominate bait in this decider map.
Yeah, they know how to get to a point of being freed up. Every single Coolio tac pause was just about getting them back to this place where they felt comfortable. Telling them not to overcomplicate their ideas, to trust it. And it's starting to work out really well. Where there's 1 player, there's 2, there's 3 peeking, all applying tons of pressure. This is why we've seen a brand new team, a young team, take so many big wins so quickly. Honestly, total disrespect. They believe they have the better aimers, they play together, and when it's good, it looks unstoppable.
And Cesar, maybe spam some bodies, bro. Hey, Kenzie.
Damn. Who wants to make him feel as bad as possible? Obviously, they've got friends over on the other team.
Yeah. Partly in jest.
No friends right now.
Only one team can make it moving forward in the major. You could be my mother. I'd still
spray paint your body.
That's just what I mean.
You hear that, Sharon?
It's a major, Mom. Get the hell out of my way. Competition's ruthless. Sizzy the entry out middle with 2 players behind him. Nice pickups in the red room. They wait for that smoke to fade. Both ends of red room pinched on.
Don't overstay your welcome.
They're gonna leave Sizzy up there with the op. They pull everybody else back. This is a CT smoke, and up close, Locks gets the drop on the offer. You pull one of the players back. You know, man disadvantage 1 or 2 hasn't been a problem for FUT in this map. A peek into cave with 3 players lined up. It's just damage on Kenzizor. Now you're gonna get Bait trying to pounce in with that bomb. And Locks collects a second in this round. He is trying to battle from the bottom of the scoreboard and looking to test the waters. Oh, it's 2 players with knives out. Kenzie sticks it to him and puts Cemetery into the 1v3.
Okay.
Get back in that smoke,
Yeah,
punk.
Time to save.
That's nightmare
Suck
fuel.
on that, Locks. Oh, that's funny.
Nice opening move by Bait. That pinch 3 players up towards the red room, making sure you cover both sides.
Yeah.
Smoke fades, you've got FUT players on full display.
Sizzy needs to get his confidence back, and he was a part of that.
This map was a nail biter back in the best of ones. 13-11 FUT victory just last week. It's a long road to overtime.
Oh, that's funny.
You got nowhere else to be.
You know, if this was like a 11-10 scoreline, it'd be a little less funny. But last round, the team comms from Krebeni were, make sure to shoot their bodies. Kenzizor. It's a FUT tag there. It's not even. It's actually a wall bang. He gets 55 damage on Jugs. A-play could come in real hot. I mean, Demon's on the right line to defend this. The smoke might be too slow. They're going to come in. See how he plays it.
Alex ahead of the pack, now has control of the back site. Cemetery through smoke finds Sizzy.
Molly's good too.
Poor guy's having a rough go of it. Demon finds a bit of chip damage and then just still concerned about middle because there's nobody on lane from the B site for FUT to have vision. It's a very late lurk from Essential. It's a smoke grenade that goes down in front of Demon on Donut. And while that smoke remains, yeah, he's going to be happy to just continue to watch the mid flank. He might even come through this now that the push happens on the CT lane. Oh, nice turn by Alex. Gets value out of that one.
Oh, you got crushed. It's just Essential.
He's going to have to activate late.
Molly in the smoke.
No, it's going to get extinguished instantly. Defuse comes through. That's 12.
They pull it off.
Oh, they had players in position. Alex, as he whips around for both, makes you think that hold looks rock solid, but in a flash, it's FUT with 3 and a 12th round secured.
The double spray down, pushing out a temple, and they lost focus there for a second. Cemetery, with, I want to say, with a massive kill because they had the site. The bomb could have gone down without any frags. With Demon falling all the way back, playing it safely. Turned out to be the right move. Looking like a fast beat pop, potentially to end this if they're not careful.
Nade lands.
Lots of util damage. Op gets off the line. They're looking to walk up.
Sizzy sliding off boxes means no op perched over. Instead, he just holds from the bottom of the ramp, and it doesn't feel just yet like FUT are going to step into it. Here come the nades over. Second player's there, though. Jugs buys time. Back turn to him from Essential, sees the bomb planter. Oh, it connects! The headshot in the backdrop to Kenzie. Missed chance from Cemetery. Man advantage Bait. Deep peek from Sizzy. Collects!
Okay.
As he looks to return to form. His 9th and 10th kill as Bait just slam it home into the B site. 5 rounds to overtime.
Certainly a very scary moment there for Bait when they're walking up B. There's 2 players waiting for them on long side. They come and clear it really well here. Essential with the first kill. Totally miss out on Jugs, and the flash is perfect to help him with the peek. I can't believe that spray gets a second in the back.
He didn't even adjust. The spray just connects.
And Sizzy collects some confidence in the end. 2 solid shots to close it.
Still guns back in for FUT. Demon smoked off in the cubby. Oh, Demon's caught the headshot. Jukes regaining vision, but not fast enough. Then the trade's back. You've got another one here for the CTs. NPL off the ledge. Corbeni through the smoke. Low health on what's left of Bait.
Alex has 1 health.
Barely alive at this major.
Yeah, limping around the map now. Where's that bomb? Is it
sitting on Sizzy?
Izzy's got it, yeah.
They're going to walk this back through A main. They're going to find a vacant bomb site, but FUT are slowly crawling in behind you. Look at that radar. Check out those deaths. A clash from two young, promising rosters.
And this is looking like a pretty good spot. They're actually really slow to get over here. Very far away, extremely expectant of it to be a B play. It isn't in the end. A lot faster than they realized.
But Alex hangs on with only a single point of health. What can you truly ask of him when a direct impact or Cemetery's nade drops him out of this round? And we know that Sizzy has been seemingly underwhelmed.
Oh my goodness.
Or overwhelmed by all this pressure, waiting for that donut approach. Lands the leg shot, and it's a 1 health Alex frag. Yes, sir! Sizzy, both he connects. Damage into donut allows Alex to clean up. 1 of 5 needed. They'll move it a single step closer to OT and now earn a real chance as FUT sent back to the pistols.
They were a little more tentative to search the map after their opening duels inside of middle. Very close calls here, but Alex with 1 HP actually ends up being an important piece of this operation. A 1 leg tag assists him in finishing off that frag.
Oh.
And now it's just pistols for FUT.
Easy. They really should have nothing to say about it in round 21. Easy collection of Demon in the back lane. The entirety of Bait ready to just rock through this B bomb site and still so little to hold them back. P250 and a Desert Eagle, that's what's gonna stop this? I don't think so. Damn near a team ace.
How about 2 Desert Eagles?
Jugs will find the headshot, they know where he is, they'll just slide through and trade him out. 4 stand tall for Bait as they inch ever closer to extending play in overtime.
Yeah, the money for them isn't really important anymore. They're going to have enough of it. They'll get the buys they're looking for. Sizzy has the all-important weapon, starting to make his scoreline look a little bit better towards the end of this game. We still wonder if it's a little bit too late. But for a second, you see this hesitation start to creep in for FUT again. I feel like in that 2v2, they started to think, okay, let's just not do anything too crazy. And Alex made the simple call, finding the open site, locking down that, denying that retake. Do they know how to win?
CT's pushed down into it again. FUT ahead of this. Oh,
They're not
this
clearing him.
Massive moment turned on.
Oh.
NPL catches wind of it. Finds another explosive moment to fly out through middle. But a 3v5 could still be possible. A Sizzy not able to get that trade frag. But you've got Cemetery locked in. And the Opera encroaches. Don't you dare miss this shot.
Yeah, don't shoot too early.
And Long's just in the backdrop. Now it's a nade out in hand. Sizzy's trying to flush him out, and it's Kenzie sort of catch the headshot.
They hold the line perfectly, getting all the eliminations they need. NPL, if he didn't look behind him, could have been a total disaster. It was great awareness. There might only be one more rifle chance for FUT to close this game. If they lose these players.
It's a FUT who's had such a consistency in the explosive openings down middle. This is the deepest we've seen them try to press into elbow. You get two backs turned to you, and NPL has the awareness to clear. Hanging on to the rifles is hopeful.
Yeah, the kills for them, not necessary.
Alex spotted that. Wants Kenzizor to come trade him out just in case. Long's trying to get away from it. Would love to keep this M4 for the next round. It's valuable. And it seems like he's got it. Maybe even. No, I was thinking an upgrade to the off,
he
but
doesn't shoot. Very
he'll lock it in.
And yeah, that's two guns down that absolutely could have been used here. Taking that op over, in fact, would have been massive.
Coolio's last time out.
They want to participate in all of these mid hits, but honestly, Beta are doing a great job. 5 out of 6 pistols, 1 for FUT, and yet another close map.
It was 5 out of the last 6 rounds in the first half that gave Bait anything to play for here in Ancient. Now on a 4-round streak, gunning for 6 in a row, just to get into overtime. Do not let your major life crumble at the hands of 5-7s.
I mean, it's looking like around 20. Whoa, actually heavy rotation from the CTs to come over here.
Trying to get
very
ahead of this.
heavy.
They don't believe that there's anything out middle. It's pistols meant to be in position. Third player here is collected. It's Demon in the backdrop. Unfortunately for them, it's the 5-7s to come up empty-handed. Just that one Desert Eagle headshot. Bait move through. Half-buy will not be enough. FUT need to bank on full guns in the final round of regulation to finally put what seems to be this never-ending Bait Major run to rest.
And so, yeah, I mean, even if, regardless of the outcome at this point, we saw so much out of these teams that we expected to see today. A close call, just like it was the last time they played at this major. This being the very same map that went 13-11 before. Two teams that play each other often.
This time it's not Essential fueling that, but instead NPL, 22 kills to his name. Another 2K in the middle of that one, always ready to run the risk. That is his style. We've seen it all best of 3 long. Final round. And it's guns back in hand here for FUT. Final timeout also used. This is everything these rosters have.
And you have to wonder, what style of play do Bait want? They have done their contact day plays a couple of times now. I feel like it would be a crazy call to make. I'm wondering if they're going to try to contact B. They have options. They have been very successful. Their flashes have been extremely reliable when they're taking mid control. I'm sure there's a part of them that wonder if they go head-to-head with FUT one more time there, will they regret it? This could be a shining moment for Alex if they can complete this comeback and bring it into overtime.
Here we go.
Operation do not get flashbanged.
Tease again, looking for this battle out middle.
Yeah, it's more of a cagey approach from the CT side, though.
They still slot in.
Yeah, but it's a space that Bait were comfortable with.
Kurbani loses vision of that doorway just as 2 players walk out. Is he willing to actually go back at this?
They are looking for the late round towards B.
Obviously announced.
But when you give up mid control, you have to consider this. This is a huge risk that Bait are taking, giving up mid control, knowing that Heaven can be taken over. The CTs are all fast rotations.
Here comes the climb up. It's the Opera as well, so just one deep angle, what they're looking for. That's going to be the bomb spotted outside of B.
They're looking to run
connects.
at this. They have the B side open
They're going to fly up the ramp. Long's down with nothing. He's got damage on NPL Shore, who's now hands busy with the plant. And we've got a retake needed here for FUT if they want to send Bait out of this event. Utility goes a bit too deep. Alex with the peek, eats the flash. CT's on the retake, and it's starting to go well. Everything falls on Kenzizor.
They could jump this bomb right now. Kenzizor, no molly, nothing.
What is he gonna do? with his major life in front of him. It's a wall bang.
Oh,
he
got it.
connects it. Off of the defuse goes Jukes. Kenzizor, don't you dare. This 1v4, no sir. They dangle it in front of them like a worm on a hook. FUT take the bait. And their major life continues. From O'Toole, these playoff hopefuls will hope to make the unthinkable happen. A playoffs run from 0-2. They will defeat Bait, who always bring a battle in these close fights.